Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my mighty bag of garbage from the month of March. And this month, it got real juicy. Starting off, I am going to start with an odd product, which is my toothpaste. I like to use the Oral-B Intensive Whitening. I always purchase this over and over and over again, and I get them when they are on a deal for £10. They're usually £20, but sometimes Boots has 50% off, and I'll buy two, basically have one free. So I did finish one of those, and I loved it, and you will continue to see more of these. Moving on to hair care, obviously you can see it was a bleaching month for me, so I did finish a Jerome Russell set of the cream and powder. I always use these in the 40 volume. I then like to use the same dye over the top, which is Superdrug's own brand, and I use the shade 916 Natural Light Baby Ash Blonde. I've used these for months now and I get on really well. It makes sure there's no brassiness left in my hair and it just looks fabulous. Also for hair, I did finish off a shampoo, which is the La Cura Volume Shampoo. This is a dupe for a L'Oreal Volume shampoo. I have used the L'Oreal one, I really like that. This one is equally as good, but to be honest it's around the same price, so it doesn't really matter which one you pick up. But I enjoyed this, I would buy it again if I couldn't get a L'Oreal for whatever reason. The only difference with this is that this one is obviously cruelty free, whereas L'Oreal's not cruelty free. So if you are looking for an alternative, this could be good for you. But I really like this. For March, I finished off 2 tubs of supplements. One is Gummy Form. It's Radiance Renew Collagen Builder by NutriBurst. I got this in TK Maxx. Was originally supposed to be £23. I got it for £8. $7.99 on the sticker, but let's be honest, that's £8. I enjoyed these. They tasted quite nice. If I find them again, I would repurchase them. They was just basic collagen gummies. I think possibly these made my skin more radiant, but I've also tried a lot of products in the month. But I would definitely try these again and see if I continue to see radiance with them. I also finished off some capsules from Vida Glow, which is also Radiance skin-based capsules, which is supposed to be good for people with acne. It targets all skin problems. I enjoyed these, but they're like £40 capsules and they only last a month. So even though I did like them, I did see some results. I didn't personally see enough to spend £40 a month on a bottle. So these were good, I do recommend them, but I wouldn't repurchase full price. If I got them on a good deal, I would absolutely try these again. Speaking of skin, let's move on to skincare. This month I finished off one sheet mask, which was the Beauty Pro Hyaluronic Acid Hydrating Facial Sheet Mask. This was really nice. I did feel hydrated after. My skin was really soft. I would try this again. I believe this was like a £2 or £3 sheet mask that I got in a box that you would have seen from Beauty Bay. I really enjoyed this, and it seemed much more environmentally friendly than the other ones because everything is more paper rather than plastic. So I would absolutely buy these ones again. I also finished off a box of Zit Sticker, the Killer Deep Access patch. These are, I believe they're £15. I got these a long time ago and they was actually due to expire because I've had them for like 3 years in a drawer. But I did finally get around to using them. I liked them, but I didn't think there was anything special. I wouldn't run out and buy them again to be like, oh my god, this saved my skin. This is like £5 per patch. It's quite a lot for one use. I wouldn't buy them again. If they came in a box, I'd use them, but I wouldn't run out and be like, yeah, it's worth my £15. It just didn't do enough for me personally. Maybe other people, it's like a miracle, but for me it didn't really get rid of any serious spots that I got during the month. I finished off a eye cream by Bondi Sands, which is the I Spy Brightening Eye Cream. It's the mini version. I hear a lot of people absolutely rave about this and love it. I wasn't a fan of it. To me, maybe I'm wrong, but it just seemed like a makeup illuminator, like a liquid highlighter. I don't even know how to describe this as a skincare product, because I felt like I took my makeup off to then put this on, which felt like I was putting makeup on again. So I really didn't like this at all. It just felt like I was cleansing my face to put a highlighter on my under eyes. I hope you understand what I'm saying, but this was the idea behind it. This did not vibe with me at all, so I would not try this again, and if it was in a box, I'd pass it on. I finished off 2 vitamin C products from a trio that I bought, and I'm about to finish the third one, which will be in my April empties, but it is the Nip and Fab Vitamin C Fix Concentrate Extreme and Serum. So this one was more like an oil with a drop every morning I put this on, and this one was a serum form. It's the same thing, it's just in different forms. This has really been helping my skin. I've noticed a big difference in using this, but I think it's just because it's vitamin C, and I don't think it's anything with this brand. Though I would buy this again. I wasn't a huge fan of the serum version. I found it a little bit difficult to get out. I quite liked the oil version, and I'm currently on more of a cream version in the third one. I prefer that much more. It goes onto the skin a lot easier. So I would definitely pick these up if they were in a deal again. But again, I think it's more the fact that it's vitamin C rather than it's this specific product. I finished off a few serums this month. Firstly, we have the Pixi Overnight Glow Serum. I used to love this. This is my second bottle, I believe, maybe my third. I used to like really vibe with this, but I just don't seem to be vibing with this anymore. I don't know what changed, if my skin has changed, if I've just matured, as I'm like over 25 now, and like I've just gone through that second puberty, I guess. But this just does not vibe with me anymore. I was glad to finish it because it's been sat around for so long. But it used to give me a really nice glow, but now I don't really see it doing much for me. So I feel like it's the end of my journey with this product, and I won't repurchase anymore. I finished off quite a pricey serum, which is the Christian Breton Paris. This was from TK Maxx, so there's no way I paid like possibly £80 that it might be. This is a retinol age control serum, and I know the older viewers here are going to be thinking, why do you need age control? I normally buy age control or a wrinkle serum because it helps with acne scarring, because it's the same sort of formulation in the products. So if I find something for wrinkles, it usually helps indentation from acne scars. But I did finish this one. I noticed a big difference in my skin. It was a lot brighter, and my scarring wasn't as obvious. So I did enjoy this. I probably won't buy it again because I found it on a whim at TK Maxx, and I'm not paying like £80 or however much it is for this product. But I did enjoy it, but don't expect to see it again soon unless I find it at TK Maxx. I found a new favourite this month, which is the Miracle Serum by Revolution Pro. I've taken the lid off because it's so blinding, but this serum is truly a miracle, and I have already bought a backup for it in Boots when I was recycling because they're £10. But I will continue to buy this because it does more for my skin than any high-end product ever has. And in fact, it's actually made me a new fan of Revolution. I usually wasn't a fan and I kind of stayed clear of Revolution, but this has like changed the game for me, and I will continue buying this. I've noticed that this one comes in a pump form, whereas when I've repurchased it, it's more of a dropper. So they must have repackaged recently, but I recommend everybody to try this just because it is £10. If you're looking for brighter or radiant skin, give this a try. I almost want to promise you, but I mean, I imagine there's somebody out there that'll be like, it doesn't work. But it works miracles for me. And I've seen so many reviews on it, and everyone is being completely honest about this. It's not overhyped. I love this product. I finished off 2 cleansers this month. One being the mini size of the Kate Somerville Goat Milk. I love this cleanser. I've gone through a few minis now, and I have a full size. If you saw my TK Maxx haul, then I did get a full size of this for cheaper, a really great deal. But I did finish a mini of this. It's an amazing cleanser to get off any makeup, pretty much in one wash, all of your makeup's coming off. I do double cleanse just to make sure, but this has never ever failed me, which is why I have finished so many minis of it. I also finished the cleanser by P. Louise that came in the 2024 advent calendar, which is the Milk and Cookies Foam Cleanser. I loved this. I didn't think I would like it because I don't usually get on with foam cleansers, but this was heaven sent. This really broke down any makeup I was wearing, any sun cream I was wearing. I would buy these again. I wouldn't buy much from P. Louise, I'll be completely honest, but I would absolutely buy this again in whatever flavours or scents they have. And I've noticed they've been bringing out a lot more lately because I've been seeing the ads coming up on Instagram. But I would absolutely buy this over and over and over again because it was so nice on my skin and to cleanse with. I finished off a moisturiser by Embryolisse, I believe that's how it's pronounced, which is a mini of the Late Cream Sensitive. I can't speak French, I apologise in advance. I did not like this, and the smell was very offensive. I would never buy this again, I would never use it again. The smell was too horrible for me to enjoy this. I think if there was no smell on it, I could have got on with it, but the smell was so obnoxious and awful that I could not wait to get through it, to the point that I ended up using the last tiny bit of this on my body just to get it out, because I did not want to be dealing with the smell anymore. And it also took me a long time to finish because I did not want to open it. Every time I used it, it was this horrible medicinal rancid smell. It's not expired, it's just that that's how it smells, but it was just not for me at all. I'm not, fussy with scents. If something is natural and it's got a bit of a stink to it, fine, but this was so offensive and never again will I use it. Moving on to makeup products, I finished off a sample from Huda, which I did count in my empties because this is the equivalent to a mini, let's be honest. I think it's maybe 0.5 gram per little square, so that would be 3 grams, which I have definitely finished mini size powders that's like 3 grams. So I did finish a mini size of this. It's an okay powder, I'll be honest. It's nothing, I think it's quite overhyped the way it's being raved about, and everyone's, Huda's brought out this powder and all the retailers are selling it. I think it's quite overhyped, personally. Don't come for me, but I also have noticed that all of the makeup videos on Instagram, there's like this trending thing now of which product ruined my makeup today, and this product is always in there. Every single time I have seen somebody do one of those trending videos, this is always the powder involved. So I wouldn't buy this full size at all. It was nice while it lasted. I mixed a lot of it with other powders just to kind of finish the darker shades that obviously don't suit me. But I wouldn't repurchase this. Why am I saying repurchase? I wouldn't purchase this. I didn't even repurchase it. But I wouldn't have this again in any form. I finished off 2 concealers, which I'm quite proud of because I rarely finish concealers anyway. The first one I finished was by Primark. It's the liquid concealer, the My Perfect Colour. I'll cover the handle so I don't blind you. But it's this one. I believe it's like £1.50. It's really cheap. Possibly £1. Oh, it's £2.50. This is a nice concealer, honestly. The only thing I don't like about it is that it dries down really, really fast, so you don't have much time to work with it. If you like a concealer that you can work with on the skin and kind of blend it out, this might not be for you. But if you like something that's quite fast, you put it on, you blend it out really quick, it's done, it's set, this could be for you. I'm not sure if I would buy it again, to be honest. If I was at, say, a festival or something and there was a Primark nearby and I wanted something cheap in case I lost it, absolutely I would buy it. But I wouldn't go out and be like, oh yeah, this is like a holy grail, I need this. So it's 50-50 if I would buy it again. It depends on the circumstances of where I was, and if I didn't want something really pricey, I could afford £2.50 on a concealer. So it's a maybe if I buy it again. A favourite concealer that I have discovered is actually by Aldi. It's the Lacura Brightening Concealer. I believe it has caffeine in it. Possibly it doesn't say on here, but I'm sure this has caffeine in it. It's this one. I'm not sure if they do it anymore. This was, I believe it was $3.99 when I bought it. But it's such a high coverage concealer and it blends out. It doesn't dry down like the Primark one. This one is so beautiful to work with, and I really, really hope Aldi is still stocking these because I would buy so many of them. And I found that this shade in shade 1 was perfect for me because it's not my skin tone, but it's a little lighter, so it did brighten for me. I find most concealers, when I buy the lightest shade, they're either too dark for me or they're my exact shade match, so I can't brighten with them. But this one was perfect. It's definitely my favourite concealer of all time. It beats high-end concealers that I have tried over the years, and there's just no comparison. How they made this for like £4, I don't know. But absolutely would repurchase this again, and I hope I get the opportunity to buy it. I finished off a lip balm, which I normally put in my makeup empties, which is the Strawberry Lip Balm by Beauty Bay. I enjoy these a lot. I think they're quite hydrating. My lips get quite chronically dry, like they're always dry. So for me to find a good lip balm that actually works and doesn't dry my lips out even further is always a bonus for me. But this is the strawberry one. I didn't like dig in to finish it completely, but you can see it was the pinky shade. I have 2 of these left, and I would buy them again once I finish the other 2. I believe I have a cherry one and a coconut one left, but absolutely love this, and I will probably love the others. Yeah, would repurchase. A great lip balm. Moving on to body care, I finished off 2 body scrubs. The first one I finished off was Body Collection Shea Sugar Scrub. Try saying that fast. It's this one. It's in Cherry Blossom. Never again will I use this because it was beyond awful. Words can't really describe how awful this was. The only way I can describe how awful it was is I used this up in one shower because it was that bad. I hope that kind of does justice to how bad it is. It doesn't do anything. It's just a blob of gritty product, really. And I needed to use a lot of it to actually get any form of exfoliation. So I used up this entire tub on my body in one shower. So that was an easy empty, and I don't want it again. This was actually a Christmas gift, and to the person that bought me this gift, I will make sure that they know I didn't like this. Please don't get me it again, because it was not a jolly holly Christmas gift. So I won't repurchase or use it again. And I won't give you the horror of sitting through this review ever again, because this was quite a long review for something so bad. On a positive note, a scrub that I did enjoy was by Soap & Glory, the Cherry Wild from the new collection that they have. This smelt so lovely. I'm not really a cherry person in the bath or perfume department, but this one was really, really nice. This, you only needed a little bit of this and it went a really long way, at least I found on my body. I would absolutely buy this again. Like I always buy Soap & Glory, I'm constantly buying their scrubs, but I really, really enjoyed this scent, and hopefully I'll be able to try it again soon because I have a few scrubs to get through. But I hope that they keep this line. Apparently it's limited edition, but I hope that they do end up keeping it because it was just lovely to use up. I finished off one moisturiser, and prepare yourself because this is going to be another negative review, and it's the Orange and Neroli Body Butter. I've spoke about these products before in previous empties, but this was an Asda gift that I bought. I don't even know who it's by. Always Vegan, if you ever heard of that. I had never heard of it, but I tried it. Awful. Never again will I buy this brand, as I've mentioned in previous videos. It's way too thick to be a body butter. Like obviously if you have a body butter it's meant to be thicker than say a lotion, but this was way too thick. It was awful. You was trying to rub this on your skin, but it just wasn't going anywhere. You had to like really work. You had to put the elbow grease in to get it to actually rub into the skin. So glad that's out. I finished off a shower gel soap, which is the Bomb Cosmetics Cloud 9 with shea butter solid shower gel. This is the packet. It's basically a purple shower gel, but it comes in soap form. I do enjoy these, but I noticed that because it's a soap form, it does leave my skin quite dry afterwards, so I do have to moisturize when I get out of the shower. But it does smell really, really nice. It lathers up on the skin really nice. I would absolutely buy them again, but I do notice that they make my skin quite dry when I use them. So that's the only con. I finished off a shower gel by Cause, which is the Renewing Body Cleanser in Violet. Absolutely love these, and in fact, again, if you watched my TK Maxx haul, then you would have saw that I got a whole haul of these because I love them so much, and they're a really good price in TK Maxx. I believe I paid £5 for this one, then I went back and it was on clearance for £1.50, so I absolutely had a great bargain there. But this is the Violet one. Absolutely loved it. It made my skin soft. It was a pleasure to use, and the fact that I went and bought more kind of tells you how much I enjoyed it. Absolutely loved this, and I recommend everyone trying it. Just don't sell it out because I would like to buy more, but I did love this. I finished off the Body Cleansing Balm by Beauty Bay. I didn't like this. This is such a negative video, my god, but this was not nice to use. I didn't feel clean after using it. Every time I did try and use it as like a shower gel or to cleanse my body, I felt like I needed a shower gel over the top of it. The only reason I think this would be good is if you wear body makeup or if you do a lot of art that includes putting paint on, this could be good for you, because I feel like it would break down the paint, kind of like a makeup cleanser. But for everyday use, it wasn't my favourite, honestly. I didn't get on with this, so I wouldn't repurchase it. Thankfully, I only paid like £5 for it because it was on sale, but we did not vibe. This was supposed to be salicylic acid, so I thought it was going to help with like any body acne, but it didn't. It was just a nightmare for me to use, and I'm glad it's out. I finished off 3 bath salts by Aroma Active Laboratories, which is 3 of these, all the same one. This is the Sleep Salt Soak. I don't know if you've ever heard of these. I hadn't. I found these on sale. They was 10p each, so I got I believe I got 5 of them, or possibly 10 to make it up to £1. I absolutely love these, and I don't know why nobody was liking them enough to buy them, so they had to like sell them off 10p. I think I got them in possibly Savers. It was either Poundland or Savers. It was like a pound shop, but absolutely loved these. They were just great if I was aching, if my muscles were hurting and I needed a bath to kind of relax them. Every single time this worked. So if I find these again, I would absolutely buy them. And I'm kind of sad that they're gone, because these were my last ones that I had. But yeah, these were absolutely amazing, and for 10p, the best bargain I think I've ever had. Ever. I finished off 2 bath milks, bubble baths. This one is Tessori Jorient. I think we all know that I can't say that. This one was delicious. I didn't eat it, but it did smell delicious. It's quite florally, but it has a musky scent to it. I'm sorry if you weren't wearing headphones. This is Black Rose and Labdanum. I absolutely loved this, and again, if you saw my TK Maxx haul, you will see that I bought another one of these in a different scent. I don't like that scent as much. This one was the winner for me, and if I find this scent again, I will absolutely pick it up, because it was divine. And I did mention this before, these make your skin so soft that you don't need to moisturize after the bath. This was really lovely to use. I also finished the Hello Kitty bath milk in strawberry. This just looks like a normal milk carton. I enjoyed this. It did last a few baths. It was quite a thick formula, so it didn't need a lot. It smelled really nice. It kind of reminded me of medicine we had as kids in the 90s. Usually it came in banana, or it would come in strawberry. It kind of smells like the strawberry version of that medicine we used to have. But I really liked this. This was from Boots. It was like one in the Christmas 3 for 2. I got this for free. But yeah, I really enjoyed this, and if they bring it back, I would buy it again. I finished off 3 perfumes, which is amazing for me. The first one is So Cupid, which, again, I'm trying to not blind you, but this is, it's kind of like a musky scent. I believe these are dupes for the Kim Kardashian, possibly, or Kylie. One of the Kardashians has this sort of perfume, or they had this sort of perfume out, but this was okay. It was nothing special, really. It was just a musky sort of scent. I also finished off 2 fragrances by Ariana Grande. The first one I finished was Rem. This is a 50ml bottle. This is probably my favourite scent by her. I wouldn't repurchase either of these scents, because I'm not really supporting the brand of Ariana Grande anymore. But this was nice. I enjoyed it while it lasted, and I think this is actually a really pretty scent. and I also like the fact that it is in a crystal packaging. I also finished Ari, which is very similar to Givenchy Irresistible, which is my favourite perfume. So obviously I enjoyed this. This is the 100ml. But yeah, I enjoyed this, wanted to purchase it, and I am getting through all of my fragrances by Ariana Grande. This month I finished off 35 products, which brought me to a total of £204.65, which I am over the moon with, and I actually beat both January and February in the month of March. So a lot more space for me and value that's actually used up. And that brings us to the end of today's video. If you have tried any of these products, or if you are working on them now, I would love to hear about it in the comments and we can have a discussion about them. If you want to see me again, if you like this content, consider subscribing and give me a thumbs up if you like the video. It helps me out, and I hope to see you in my next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!